Three, two, one. Welcome back to the Runs podcast. By now, you know who we are. I'm Gareth, and this is Nicky. You all right, Nick?
Yes, mate. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a week. We don't know what. We just discussed it off air. We're not sure, but it's been a while, which is awesome.
Yeah. It was and we'll get on to the race on the weekend. But I've never felt so famous in my life. Like, famous is the wrong word, isn't it? But because it's loops as well, everyone must have overtook me. And everyone was like, everyone knew my name, and everyone was like, and we've said a million times how positive the fucking environment is and the community is. But they were like, and they know what's going on as well, which is mad, because like they were like, come on, Gar, yeah, start your London block, this, that. So yeah, it's fucking mad, really.
Yeah, class. Good race. Yeah, I was having good cheers coming through the finish funnel 3 times. Obviously, like we said, because it's loops, I was having a good cheer off people. Yeah, it's mad. Still fries me, but yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's mad because I know people, like, I know who follows us and stuff like that, because I run the Instagram, so I know, like, I'm familiar with names and like when they like stuff or share stuff or comment or whatever. But then when it's face to face, they're like, all right, I'm like, fucking, oh no, I don't know who this person is. So just like introduce yourself as well. I would make my life a lot less awkward. Like
it was, because otherwise you guess, and no.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, happy days. We might as well start with Mega. So we headed down to Mega early Sunday morning. It was Sunday. We had a bit of stick off. Some of the Ponty guys said they'd been camping out all night in case I was right. It was a Saturday, but it was on Sunday. Another PB for you?
It was on Sunday, as I said. It was usually Saturday, changed to Sunday. But yes, the day went really well. PB'd again off the back of the call. So yeah, mad. Seemed to be in good form at the minute with shorter stuff. But yeah, it's a perfect race for a 3 flat as you can get. Pancake flat loops. Fast people there. Great race. I told you I've been doing it for, I'm going to say 6-7 years. Maybe longer. It's changed courses a few times, but I think this is the best one, the fastest one. Yeah, it's in my calendar every year to go and do, and obviously it will be forevermore now after PBing again.
Yeah.
How do you find it?
I would go back as well, and I think like it's another comeback in it, another fucking start again. But I have to stick to this start now because there's an end goal in April, innit?
Yeah.
So I think I would go back to it definitely next year to see where that gap, what's changed in the last 12 months, definitely. But it's, nice and easy. Like, all right, this far in it, but what else are you going to do on it? It's only fucking traveling, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's no nonsense. There's no fuss. It's no massive crowds because it's capped and stuff like that as well. So
yeah,
I go back. Yeah, I enjoyed it. My head went to 5. Like I do it. Like my head went a 5K, and it went for like a while then. But
on that second lap, you said, wasn't it?
I wish we could get rid of the second lap, like somehow. But
yeah, they'd have to make it bigger somehow. Go back to like the older route, with sort of from Mega to that loop back to Mega.
Or just do 4 miles.
Well, they do a 4-mile race. The Roadent, whatever it's called, series. So that's only a 2 loop. But yeah, it's again local club, no faff, 14 quid entry or 15 quid, whatever it was. No t-shirts, just a medal. But you don't have to have a medal. You can plant the tree if you want.
I think I planted a tree. You had a medal. I planted a tree. What a guy!
To chuck in the bin, innit? Not when I say bin, my plastic tub in the cupboard. But
it'll be mad, mind, like for you, right? Because you race a lot, and that's full, like. But like, no, when you're 70 or something, retired and just knocking about.
Yeah, with the grand.
And then you pull all the medals out, and you'll be like, fucking Jesus.
Yeah, I can look back and try and remember that.
Yeah. Or just watch some episodes back, like.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got this document, this is true.
But no, I enjoyed it. And like I said, it was so nice to see so many people.
Class.
IRL in real life as well, because you only talk to them. IRL down with the kids. Like a Carly Storm was there, absolutely flying again
Yeah.
in the Pumas. So you pair are cheating, but I'll allow it.
You said it, so like, how was it cheap then?
I'm over him now. I'm against Puma now again. I've gone full circle. I think the new colorway pissed me off because I was like, I don't like that. So it's just pushed me over now.
It wasn't just us in him either. The race winner was in him as well, Matt Rees.
Matt Rees
He was in him.
flying. But he was fucking loud coming past me. Like,
Was he?
shit myself. Yeah. I thought it was a car.
Like,
But yeah. Kelly was there again off the back of her 70.3 story last week or the week before.
yeah.
So it was nice to see Kelly in person as well. Lizzie was down there supporting. And we went down with Joe and Vinny as well. It was nice to meet Joe because I've only ever heard stories about him. I was surprised that he wasn't from Betos or something. When I heard his voice, I was like, who the fuck's this guy? It was, nice to meet Joe. And it's nice to see Vinny as well, who, you know Vinny better than me, but we weren't we're the same age, but we weren't in the same schools.
Yeah.
And he was clan when he through and through, like, so, and I weren't that much clan. So, but it's nice to see
New to
other people.
new to running, getting him involved in like these type of races and showing him there's not just big races out there. There's these other ones that we've been talking about and can hopefully push more.
Yeah, because you had a funny story about Vinny. Text me the morning of or the night before, wasn't it? That he wasn't quite sure how to run a 10K. Like
the day before, so yeah, he's like, still right for the morning, yeah, blah, 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 pick up, yeah, sorted. So he's like, so what should I do for tomorrow then? How should I sort of run it? Because I've only ever run an half. It's my first 10K. So that was mad.
Yeah.
So I'll give him a little bit of advice. And he called it on the way down, 42.30, and he ran bang on 42.30. Now, for a novice runner who's only been actually from putting his daps on, couch to 5K exactly a year ago, he's going real well.
He is. Vinny looks like he's good at maths, doesn't he? He's like, well, he's got that look where he looks like this guy knows how to do maths.
Yeah, knows how to count when he's running.
I tell you what was funny as well. Like, I'd had my little sulk in the middle, right? And that man that you said in later on, the one that was doing the bags, I thought he was a volunteer.
Yeah.
And he was like sorting out the bags and stuff like that, but he must have been putting his bottle in and his back's just gone.
Yeah, he was over on the floor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You helped him up.
And
I think Joe said...
Like, I can finish my race now. I'll help this man.
Yeah. Joe said who he is, and he's done every London Marathon, so the Liz Krupp slot will know who he is by name. But yeah, Joe did say his name, but apparently he's done every London Marathon.
Yeah. But helped him up a little bit then, so he was a little bit more upright. And he was all right then. He was fine.
Off he trundled.
But then I'd come round, right, and it must have been this lady. I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it, but she doesn't work anymore. Like, definitely doesn't work anymore, right?
Okay.
But everyone knew her, so it must be her like local race as well.
Yeah.
And I was coming round like for the last K maybe behind her. And I thought, I can't kick on her now. It's what a wanker if I just fucking blast past her. I'm sure she wouldn't have given a shit, right?
Yeah.
But it was nice, like, it's mad, isn't it? Because it's for everyone. And races like that have got their purpose for that as well, because I'm sure she doesn't want to go and stand in the pen in Cardiff half or the bigger, busier races and stuff like that. But she probably had a nice lie-in, lives local. I might be completely wrong, but I'm assuming she lived local because everyone knew who she was. And she's got her race done. She had, I'm sure she had Vaporfly 2s on as well. Yeah. Nice ones.
That's a good point you made there about that with the races and the pens. Like that one, yeah. The parking was only like a 5-minute walk, wasn't it? Yeah. Like we turned up hour early, obviously, innit? Because we like to do warm-up and things. But yeah, they're just so easy to rock up and they park and go. Like it's like 350, 400 or whatever it was there. No messing about in pens for hours before and toilets. And yeah, it was just, like I say, I've done it for years. It's a really good race. It's a favourite in my calendar.
And it's 10K and 10K is 10K, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what we've been speaking about as well with, not just us, with the Hot Take boys as well about, and we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Well, we are trying to reinvent the wheel, but we're not trying to invent the wheel, I guess, because this information exists readily on the internet. But with Facebook pages and stuff like that, it just falls into the fucking sock sock draw, I called it earlier, didn't I? So what we want to try and do is get in touch with all the different clubs across Wales, find out what their race is, and pull it all together in like a live information so people can look at that and have a look what races are going on in January, February, right through to December, where they are, how long they are, how much they are, and get people racing these races as well, because other people are taking the fucking everyone, isn't it? And it's the same when you're new. Of course, you're going to go and run Cardiff half or Call 10K or Barry 10K because it's run by a company that can shove it down your throat, like.
Yeah, but yeah, like I need to get out to these ones more. And like there was one last week, one of that midweek one, this tough 10K, I can't remember what it was called, that I seen a few of the people went to. I think Darky done it, didn't he? And then tonight there's another one, and then the Scenic 7. These are races that I've sort of heard of, but never really heard of them. Do you know what I mean? You don't see them pushed anywhere. So yeah, I want to go and do these more smaller and more club run events sort of thing to try different things. And don't get me wrong, I'll still do my protocol 10K, and I do want to get out more. So that's why we're having the idea in it of trying to get these all collated, and so we can push them more and get people.
Yeah, you can't race them all.
No, you can't race
them. There's obviously not too many, like, innit? Yeah. But just for people to find these races, and another benefit is, like you said, you get in, parking is easy. You finish, you go back to your car, you're out. Like, you're not getting stuck in car parks. You're not waiting to get your bib for hours. You're not knocking around. It is in and out, like, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You can make it easy and accessible. It is. And then you get in to know, you'll get to know people more as well, because you're at these smaller races, and then you'll start talking to people around you and after and before, and it's more of a community sort of a feel. Is that the right thing? And it still is with the big races, isn't it, that we go to? But like, there's ones there, like the one boy said about tonight, I'd never even heard of it or knew it existed.
Yeah, and I'm sure they don't need our help as much to say. We're not saying they're fucking struggling or anything like that. But the more people that know they're there, the more people can experience different. Because you run Cardiff, you've run it 100 times, haven't you?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so if we can do something like that, great. The people we've seen there, great. Bilth, one of the girls from Bilth, and Aidan from Bilth were there as well, supporting, cheering me on, cheering you on. Some Ponty people and anyone we missed. We do appreciate you.
We do appreciate it massively. Seen a couple of vests. I mean, we was in a vest. But yeah.
Oh, fucking Billy, like.
Yeah.
Billy is flying.
Yeah,
and
big again.
Right, no, I'm going to wear my black vest today now because it is a bit snug, but it's only a small race and nobody's going to have it on as well. And then Billy rocked up in his and fucking ran another PB.
Yeah, big PB. I was talking to him.
Big PB.
He's doing New York Marathon, so I was talking to him after about that. So he's... I
like Billy.
Yeah, good kid. Running well, running real well. Like I say, another massive PB in the week at Safa, and then to back it up again. With a PB in the 10K a few days later. Good running. There's loads of PBs on now, and I've seen loads. So
I was going to say before we move on, you know, the shout out the good times, the PBs, Jamie and the rest of them.
Oh yeah, Van Stone PB'd, beat me in our category, 45 old men. Well, me and my Joe were the podium, so that was nice. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know Kelly PB'd. Oh, Ross Purchase come third overall with a big PB, 32 high. Yeah, Billy PB'd. A couple of the Neath boys were around me. I was talking to them at the start. They were saying get on the Neath train. Yeah, so I was running Sam for a bit. Martin was just up ahead of me. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it was a great race. It was perfect weather, wasn't it? A little bit warm at the end, but yeah, top morning.
Kroops came tooled up, didn't they?
Yeah, Kroops. There was a load of Kroops there. It was.
I got to figure out what I've got to do now. Now we're bumping and meeting people in races and stuff like that. I need to put it right. From now on, everyone needs it's fist bump, right? Because the amount of time that I spend either with my fist in someone's hand or with someone's fist in my hand, because we don't know if it's a high five and handshake or a fist bump.
Do you know what you said about after it happened to me last night at BC? Twice I done it.
So it's fist bump, fist bumpers, right? We are fist bumpers. Excellent.
Brilliant.
BCRL, how did that go?
Oh, yeah, home race up the Planker, the world famous Planker, for Ogmore Phoenix, putting on last night's event. So it was us to organise and run. Lovely night for it. It's on the planker, you do a loop, and then you go up.
I've never done the planker. I've never been. I don't know where it is.
You'd have probably
I'll have to do it.
you'd have played football there. Sunday League team we used to play there. I can't remember what they were called. Ogmore Vale, innit? Nanty Mole, Ogmore Vale. There was a team up there when I played for the Pats, played up there. So you must have.
Oh, past the shed.
What's the shed?
The shed, the changing rooms are sheds, like, isn't they?
Well, no, they're a proper changing room.
Is it? Yeah, but just built into the. Is it just built into the mountain?
It sort of drops down as you're coming up to Nanty Mole. The pitch is back down.
Yeah, I think I know.
With a bowl.
White Stars. Is it the White Stars?
White Stars, that might be, yeah. You might be right.
I know.
But anyway,
played up
yeah,
there. Yeah, I mind you, it could have been the middle of summer and it was cold up there, couldn't it?
It was a loop on the tarmac, which is about an 800, and then you go up out the back, sort of follow the park run route, back into the skate park, zigzag around the fields. Do that twice. 5k, yeah, good race. Loads there again. Ran well, even though I was knackered. 7th, one age cat again. Great runs from James Hunt back, won the race. Jamie from our club 2nd, Owen Wiggins 3rd. Then Dan was 5th, Dan Richards, the new OPR member.
It's the Mizuno's.
Mizuno's, but fair play to him. Paul 6th, me 7th. So yeah, Phoenix done well. Bridgend did beat us overall on the night, but by a small margin. Bridgend's at top of the league. We're 2nd now, so looks like we'll probably end up 2nd with only 2 fixtures to go. But yeah, another good night. Loads there again. Seen loads of people again. Pint after in the Wyndham. Good night. You know, I'm knackered today. Knackered in work. Knackered running home from work. So yeah, took it out in racing twice in 3 days.
Bit of housekeeping. Nikki was sweating earlier. I shared the Bridgend Athletics vest because it's banging. Not because it's a better club than Ogmore Phoenix.
Yeah.
But it was a nice retro old vest in the mould of Dewi Griffiths' Swansea vest.
Yeah, they must have all had them back in the day, like the 80s or 90s or whatever. Because I know Mark Scorn, he runs in it. I think James Scorn as well. I've seen. But yeah, it is pretty cool. Proper string, old school Adidas vest, isn't it? But not when he said the vest's banging, not Bridgend. Disclaimer.
I'll have to perhaps I'm have to bend Dan's ear about something like that for London, see if we can get some retro throwbacks.
Yeah.
There's less tight on me, like.
Yeah,
mind you, I'll be fucking shredded by it anyway.
You will. That'll be pretty cool, I would actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Speaking of London, before we get on to triathlon, so fundraising total, thank you ever so much to everyone who has supported so far. I'm up to nearly just over, I think it's 267 now. It's an odd number. It's an odd number because Tom sponsored me £26.20. So thanks for that. What we're doing, I think, over on Instagram, on my other Instagram for the running. So I'm giving people the choice. I said, if I run 3 miles this week, will you sponsor me? Or shall I run 4? So there's no knowing there, is there? So no, 3 times, not 3 miles. So if I run 3 times, will you sponsor me?
Yeah.
Or if I knock it up to 4, will you sponsor me? So as long as I run 4 runs by the end of this weekend, I'm hoping these are men and women of their word.
Yeah.
And come and sponsor. I'd like to get up over 300 by the close of play Sunday, because that's a decent start then in a week and a bit.
That's a brilliant start, to be honest, isn't it? It's early days, obviously it's a long way out, and the closer we get, putting things on in bigger events, hopefully we can ramp it up, innit? But yeah, to just start in 1 week is brilliant. So yeah, well done to you and everyone that's chucked the money in.
But that 3 miles killed me, like.
Well, you're going to have to do 3 more runs, so.
I know, that's it. But I'm down with Call on Saturday.
You are. I won't be there, sadly.
My brother's doing a bit of a longer win with me on Sunday morning as well.
I'm
hoping to get out on Thursday, and I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, well, if you've got 2 planned, like, you're sorted.
Well, you know what my plans are like, go.
Well, you have to go to Call, because
I've got, yeah. And I need that accountability out there as well. So it's a good way, and you're almost getting guaranteed donations as well. And I floated the idea too about maybe doing a monthly bleep test if we can find the space or somewhere to do that as well, and figure out cameras and stuff like that to monitor it. Yeah. So it's good fun because you need to see me doing something as well. It's got to be look. You work hard for your money. I'm not fucking daft. we're asking you for, it seems like we're asking for money all the time at the moment, but most of the time you do get t-shirts or vests, right? But you don't get anything for this apart from helping me and my goal towards London Marathon. So I've got to go through a bit of pain for it as well. So maybe monthly bleep tests as well. And if anyone wants to join in Coach Carter style with me, you're more than welcome as well.
That will be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think I haven't done this since I was about 12, and I think I might have got to like level 7 or something, even if that's too high. I don't know.
What we used to do with Llan, Oppo used to do with Llan, I remember. Start of the season, him and Owen Roberts, I remember doing them a couple of times.
Sickos, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's running. It was a big weekend of triathlon this weekend as well. We had friends up in Leeds doing the full Ironman course. We had friends down in Port Talbot doing the GV 70.3. I don't know. It's weird branding. I don't know if they've gone for the Welsh letter, Welsh number 3, TRI, or 3. But anyway, that. And we had a couple up in Nottingham doing the Outlaw as well.
Was
So
easy.
we went down Saturday, didn't we? We took the dogs down for a walk. My sausage dog Buzz starting to get a bit chopsy, and then Reggie or Frenchie give him a growl, and he soon shut up. Ben.
Yeah, they were fine.
Best of friends, then, yeah. But good event. There's a hard run course in it because it's just laps, like
back and forth that front, didn't it? But yeah, we got down there for the run, so seeing most of the people on the run. It was quite windy. It was hot, but quite windy. It's always windy down in SSE front. It's going to be similar to ball in Swansea. But yeah, seen the boys and me going back and forth. Seen Rod, top right open. I seen him. I got it just before 9. I was like, how's it going, Rod? I can't remember what he said. In knackered, and I got 2 more to go.
He's a miserable bastard.
Yeah.
Zipped in then. Chest like a back of an A4 pad. But
bandaged up when he...
Yeah, absolutely. But he does the work, doesn't he? He gets it done and enjoys himself.
Yeah,
I think.
He had a couple of issues with cramps and things on the run, but he had a good time overall. Yeah. Tell you what we did see on the fucking hell of a run or hell of a event. Joey fucking smashed it. Yeah. Top 10. Warrior.
Top 10, that's not
Warrior Tribe, go to them.
Joe before, Wales next for most of these now, seeing it. So that'll be a big confidence boost for Joe before going down there.
Yeah.
Ross has got Copenhagen as well. I think he's got Copenhagen coming up now as well. So I seen Ross was concentrating on the bike when he was just getting a swim done, getting a run done. But the bike, I think, was where he wanted to
have a look,
check where he was at, I think.
Yeah.
According to his Instagram post.
But
yeah, good, fantastic. And then Sunday rolled round. E3 boys and my Stig Triathlon and Kyle were up spread across England, Nottingham and Leeds. Mixed bag up in Leeds for the boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, bit of a couple of debuts, wasn't it? Was it a couple of debuts or what? I don't know.
Nathan as well, I think.
Right. Yeah, Nathan full distance, fair play. The beast of Bryn, as I said to him on his post.
He's goose, isn't he? He's goose to Morgan's
Maverick. 12 didn't he? Fair play to him. He had a few issues, like with his back on the first half of the run or first quarter of the run, so he toughed it out and dug deep and looked like he loved it in the end. So well done, Nate. Yeah. Then
well done,
Coach Steve Holloway. He's had issues the last couple of months with his running. I know I've been running with him and things.
You've been running with him anyway, so you know better than most.
Yes, he hasn't done much running, but he seemed the last couple of weeks like he was confident he'd be all right, but it looks like he had problems and ended up having a glory long walk like I did in Valencia.
15k walk.
Yeah, like long walk like I did in Valencia. Never nice, is it? But
what's that like again?
Oh, fuck, that's horrible. It's just... But like, do you know, like Valencia, I would be like, I'll just walk a bit, it'll be all right.
And then when why you do it though? Why don't you just...
Well, I did. My experience,
just
I stopped.
Walk off.
Mile 14, I stopped. I literally walked the side and I was leaning on a spin trying to stretch my calf and I was like, oh, it's fucking absolute agony. So I'll just walk a bit in it because I didn't know where I was. Like then I've told this story. But
yeah, that's true.
So then it sort of eases off and it's like, oh, I'm all right. So then he tried to run a bit and it's like, no. And I just kept going through the last cycle. But yeah, for Steve, I suppose he was probably already 9-10 hours deep when he was like, well, I just as well finish it and have a plod in, innit? Like probably limp a bit, walked a bit, same as I did probably, it looked like from his finish video. But so get him for him. But he got over the line. Obviously, hopefully now, fingers crossed for him, he's ready for Nice. Because I'll kill him if he is.
How long is that?
Not long, so I'll kill him if he is and he don't do it. We'll just have to have a piss up out there. Me, him and Shane, and whoever else is out there. Then Steve Kelly finished.
Steve just gets it done. Like,
gets it done quietly.
Nothing fast.
Nothing. Only see him now and again. But so Steve got out there and got it done. Well done. Is he doing Wales as well?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
I'm not sure. I think he is. But Steve's had his up and down over the kind of past 12 months as well. So it's nice to see that and getting the medal and getting over and putting the three together, stringing them together.
100%. And then obviously last of the E3 boys, it was Marty Harris.
We'll say a really fast match, but you only done a bike and a swim because you couldn't do the run.
Yeah. He didn't want us talking about it, the tough shit. DNF. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, they were like in
I don't know what happened.
The E3 WhatsApp, weren't they? They were like, mate, you better be giving a shout out to the boys. I was like, with a 15k walk and DNF, I will be talking about it in my sleep.
So I don't know what happened, but obviously something weren't right, so we pulled the plug. So, I know we're taking a piss, but probably the right decision on the day, innit? It's bigger things ahead, going into Wales or whatever he's doing. So, that was that. And then, obviously,
but like, before we move on, with those days, genuine, and from like, I was joking in the WhatsApp group because on that day I'd also run a 67-minute 10k. I said so I know a little bit about endurance, but the races are the cherry on top, and it doesn't undo everything you've done in the past, all the training you've done, and it doesn't set you back until you obviously get over the niggles or the injury into the next race and stuff like that. So just to fucking line up and try a triathlon, you're fucking specimens anyway. So don't worry about it. Get on with it. On to the next one.
Yeah. I was going to mention also up there was Clucky, when I old school mate. The Wolfpack, his first Ironman, and he's got knee issues, so fair play to Mark. Got it done, finishing.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair play. And then over in Nottingham,
Outlaw.
We had
two absolute
Nottingham Outlaw. The Sheriff of Nottingham.
That was brilliant. That's one of my favourite posts ever.
Floyd's good fun, isn't he? So you can do whatever you want.
He's activated his Instagram. It's been there for ages with nothing. And I was fucking so landed when I seen that. Yeah, big yourself up. You deserve it.
Yeah. And we both said, and we just, I don't want to put any pressure on Floyd, but I don't know if you can get podcasts on his wireless anyway. But I just want to see him string together a full shift in Wales because
last two.
He can do it. He's just had niggles the last two, so I just want to see him finish it. So Charlene's not fucking sweating her head off on
Heartbreak Hill all day.
Heartbreak Hill, like
but no, he's
massive shift from Floyd.
Yeah, massive shift. Hopefully, he can replicate that in Wales now. Because like I say, he's had a bad luck the last few years, bike and injury issues. So fingers crossed. Third time lucky from down there.
And Kyle.
And then Kyle, the beast. Third overall, now got a pro license. Not that we understand what that means, but unbelievable Kyle. Apparently he was leading halfway through the run after the bike and then led half of the run. And he had, I think, nutrition issues and some gut issues.
Yeah, he said he had to use all the portals.
Still top three. He was like a 9:05 or something. Fucking insane.
But I guess, like I looked into the pro license a little bit more, and please, if any pros, Kyle or anyone else, I don't want to do it a disservice, but obviously it gets you into the pro field and you can race for the prize money, but you're obviously racing against other pros and stuff like that. It opens you up to sponsorships and stuff like that, I imagine, and other bits and bobs. But like we spoke about Kyle. We spoke about this over 12 months ago now, maybe, when we had Kyle on. Kyle's got a good gig, good job, good everything, but like the content is a big side of it for the pros as well, isn't it? So it's going to have benefits of absolutely. I don't know how much he explores it and stuff like that because he's still got all his commitments and everything. But if you want to hand, where's the camera? Camera one, camera two. If you want to hand with YouTube, Kyle, give Playo a shout. But no, what a shift. And never in doubt with Kyle either, like, is it? even I've seen him fucking
trains hard.
run on 1 foot. Like,
yeah, trains hard. Like I see him out running around here. He fucking puts the graft in, like as they all do.
Absolutely. Yeah, they do, absolutely. Right. Well done to everyone. I think that's all we had to catch up with this morning from the weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's take a quick break. We've run a little bit over.
We have.
I'm just going to send the invite out, and then we'll get this week's guest on, is it?
Yeah, I'm going to fill my water. Be right back.
Welcome back. I'm still here. Nikki's still here. And we've been joined by a good friend since we started the pod, Tom Baird. How are you, Tom? You okay?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
All right, yeah, not bad.
Good.
Thanks for giving us some time. Nice to get you out of the shadow of James Ennigan, Jake Smith, and Ben Claridge.
Well, you know, just I've been lurking in the background, waiting to take my opportunity.
Yeah. It's still fast, though, anyway. I was looking the other day, and yeah, we'll get on to that. You're pretty sharp. But so let's go back to school. So where did you grow up?
Yeah, just outside. Well, I normally say just outside Belfast, just because that's nice and generic.
Yeah.
Little town, well, little patch of land called Leg of Curry. So out in the countryside. Yeah, grew up there, and then came to Cardiff 2016.
Whoa, no, there's a big jump there. So what was school? What did you do in school? Activities. So what's the... Obviously, we've spoke to people all across the world now, I guess, and they've got a little bit of differences in their kind of schooling. We were rugby, football, and cross-country, cricket. But what's the, like, offering in primary schools and comprehensive school for the PE kind of section then, I guess?
Yeah, so it's probably because you've had like Mick Fox and Mark Granathon, so in Northern Ireland it literally depends what kind of school you went to. So I went to a Protestant grammar school. So we grew up, rugby was the big one in our school. Sort of went rugby, hockey, and then just anything else.
Yeah.
Cricket in the summer, if you happen to do athletics, great. But yeah, there wasn't like Mick Fox, I think, said that he would have been more football and Gaelic and that sort of thing.
He was, but Gaelic wasn't on. So what? I don't want to get in any trouble. Is Gaelic football like a Catholic sport then, or?
Yeah,
if I'm overstepping the mark or saying anything wrong as well, Tom, don't leave me out to dry. Right?
Yeah, traditionally, to be fair, I said Protestant, probably more like Unionist and Republican. So,
okay.
Gaelic is typically more Republican, but it's a sport that I wish I played it growing up because it's class. I don't know if you've watched any of it.
Yeah, I watched. I watched the final the other day.
Yeah. It's like the hurling. I used to, whenever we were training on like grass pitches, we used to, in the summer, you'd see all the great Gaelic teams come out. It's these little kids, like 4 foot tall, absolutely pelting hurling balls at each other. It's class. Yeah, I grew up playing rugby, so I started playing rugby in primary school, just a bit of touch, and then just got involved in our local club. Started playing just because my brother had started and my dad had taken him to get some kit. And I was like, I want some kit. I was like, well, you can get some kit, but you have to play. I was like, oh, okay. So grew up playing a bit of rugby, played rugby all through school, primary school. Towards the end of primary school, they started doing a bit of like primary cross country.
Yeah.
So I went in for that. Like I'd done sports days and stuff. It was always like just an also ran in the like 60-meter sprint. It probably was, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably something like.
And then did the cross country and happened to be good at it. Remember doing my first race and like just jogging around with my mates and then be like, oh, that guy's out the front winning. I reckon I can get him. Literally got him on like the last straight. I don't know if you've seen my Strava photo. My Strava photo is from that race.
Oh, is it when you're really young?
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
it is. It's from that race.
I said,
I said,
yeah, literally
from that race. No, because I had the way the research I do when we got guests come on is I just go right to the end of your Instagram and just work our way back up.
Oh dear.
But yours, yeah,
I think everyone would say that, though, wouldn't they? If they went back.
yeah. And I've always been like new stuff. I remember like when Facebook came out, I was already on MySpace. I was like, I'm not going to be on Facebook. And then MySpace dies and then Facebook. And I've just got to like immerse myself into them. So mine probably takes further to get back through. And there's some questionable posts on there. But yeah, there wasn't much I could make out from yours, really. I've seen some rugby. So you went to secondary. Were you start running a bit more serious in secondary school as well then? Or was that in secondary school?
So it was during secondary, so I kind of just done the cross country, did well at it, and then went to secondary school, was again just playing rugby, and then second year secondary school, went to like our local competition, came second in that, so you went like your area, and then you went to Ulster schools, so Ulster schools I came sixth, I think. So
how big is top schools, just for us to have a better understanding of it? Now, you know you've been over here. Is it like the same as Cardiff schools would be?
Yeah, maybe a bit more like probably sort of South Wales, not quite all of Wales, but probably like South Wales.
Okay. That's big, isn't it?
Yeah, like decent. It was the big competition. Like you wanted to get to Ulsters, you wanted to do well.
Yeah.
Did well at Ulsters, and you qualified then for Irish schools. So I ended up going to Irish schools, came 22nd, I think, in Irish. So Irish is probably, I mean, people-wise, is probably similar to Wales, but it's a national champs, so we counted it as big as British champs, really. Of
course.
At the top end, when you're a bit older, you're fighting for vests. So, I came 22nd in that. And then it also qualified you for to go to London Marathon. So
I would have done that, and I wouldn't have to raise £2,800.
It'd be the easy way, wouldn't
it? Did you qualify for London Marathon through that?
So it's for like the mini marathon.
Ah, okay.
So they now do the mini marathon on the Saturday before. Yeah. But when I did it, you flew out on the Saturday. You spent like the Saturday afternoon in some uni accommodation, and then got up at like 4 or 5 a.m. on Sunday. Got a bus into the centre of London, and then did the last 3 miles. I was unreal.
The last 3
class.
Is that what it used to be?
Yeah, last 3 miles of the marathon course.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was class.
What age was it then doing that?
I would have been 12, 13.
You know.
They don't invest money like that anymore. Like that's back a cereal box kind of stuff as well. Like it's not the same anymore. Like was it? Did you and your family pay for that as well, or was it subsided as well, or?
No, so it was Athletics NI selected me, so I went to run.
Yeah,
for Northern Ireland. I thought I was the bee's knees.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I was like buzzing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I did that. It was like the longest race I'd ever done. But on the way there, we had. So we're all just sitting in the airport, and these lads were all sitting in Burger King in Belfast City Airport. And they're all like, "Oh, what club do you run for? What club do you run for?" It's like all of them were like, "Oh, I run for Lyring Valley, run for St Malachy's, whatever it was." I was like, "Boys, I just play rugby on a Saturday morning and turn up whenever my school say, do you want a day off school?"
Do you want a day off to run cross country?
Yeah. Who's this little Irish rogue like?
So that was class, but then after that I was like, oh, you know what, actually, if I've been selected to run for Northern Ireland and I'm not actually trying at running, I should probably give it a go.
Yeah.
So that's when I joined a club, my local club, City of Lisburn, and then got in with a little group. So it's quite a good group. Most of them, I think 2 or 3 of them ended up with Irish vests at like underage level.
Yeah.
one of them is going, or is Commonwealth Games triathlete. He's pro triathlete, so racing in the pro scene. And then he's coming to Tonypandy actually, James Edgar. So he should be a decent one in for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trained with that. I literally like 2 days a week, 2 days running, just interval sessions, and then played rugby.
Yeah, you're still playing rugby as well, then, yeah.
Yeah, I played rugby 3 or 4 days a week.
So, and then you came to Cardiff for education, really. Nothing. Obviously, you wanted to carry on with your running and stuff like that, but I guess that wasn't a big factor in picking a university.
No, so when I came to uni, I kind of looked at my priorities. Kind of went. I wanted to make sure there's a decent church scene. I'm a Christian, so I wanted to make sure there's a decent church scene. Wanted to make sure there was decent running scene, and then I was coming for optometry. So, Cardiff at the time was top in the UK, so I thought, great.
Yeah. For the people in the back, what's autonomy? What is it?
Optometry, so that's to be an optician, glasses, eyes,
there we are.
all that sort of jazz. So, yeah, basically looked and was like, and then I thought, oh well, Cardiff, because I played rugby. Yeah. I actually brought boots to uni because I played until I was 18 at school, which in Northern Ireland, basically like you almost play professionally. Well, you're not playing professionally, but we were training.
Yeah,
you were expected to train 3 mornings and 4 afternoons a week.
Yeah, because you must
that is like pro
playing out. Yeah, but you must have crossed over around about the time where rugby had no long-term professional and Ireland was starting to turn the screw, and everyone knows that the proof's in the pudding, the Irish kind of schools and progressions in the rugby fields as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so like, well, the year I came over, I remember sitting in Cardiff Uni halls watching on an iPad Ireland beating New Zealand for the first time in Chicago.
Yeah.
Class. And then one of the guys I played with at school, it's like people are going to take the mick. One of the guys I played with at school was Jacob Stockdale.
Oh, yeah.
So,
winger. I used to love him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's class, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So my claim to fame is two sides to it. We'd gone to Portugal in a warm weather camp and done like carrying exercises on the beach. So they come. Jacob was like 2 years older than me. They're like, right, Tom, Jacob, you're a similar size and build. You're matched together. Whereas like you put us together now, I have no chance. And then I remember in his last year, just as he was coming good, he was like picked for Irish schools and stuff. I had like sidestepped him on a wet day and he'd gone this backside. I remember going back into the changing rooms after and all the boys were like, yes, yes.
Oh, brilliant. But I guess...
So yeah, like played at a decent level in school and then came across to uni, brought rugby boots, looked out my halls in Cardiff and Talabont, looked over the like 4G pitch.
Yeah.
So I literally woke up one morning, looked out, saw the rugby team training, and I was like, nah, there's no chance. These boys are massive, and I'm better at running anyway.
You took the right path.
Yeah. You kind of anticipated how, I'm going to use the word lucky, because it is, how lucky you would be to stumble on the running environment that you did, though.
Yeah, well, whenever I came across, so whenever I looked and thought about running, I basically seen one of the guys I'd gone to London with. He was a couple of years older than me, but he was in Cardiff, and I'd seen him. I knew he was a really good runner. This guy Andrew Wright, really good runner, and I'd seen a photo of him with a couple of other blokes. Clicked onto their profiles. One of them had a GB Junior vest on. And the other guy looked up in Power 10 and was like sub 4, 1500. So it was like, oh, looks like a decent bunch.
Yeah.
End up living with those boys, Tom McSwain and Rich Webb as well. End up living with those boys, which is, yeah, as I say, going into it, applying for university, wouldn't have thought you end up with that as like my starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no, definitely.
whenever I look at it now, the guys I've run with through the years it's a bit of a list almost.
Well,
Who's who?
it's a mad list, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like Claridge was bloody pacing Diamond League on the weekend.
yeah.
But so what's your? Because I said when I posted about this episode, you are kind of like the silent assassin because no one says anything when Tom Baird is in a race or anything really, but you're always there or thereabouts as well, isn't you?
Yeah, I'd say I'm on the better side of decent.
Have you? Who said that?
Hmm?
Someone else said that as well. I can't
Did
remember
they?
who it was,
Oh.
but I would say I'm on the better side of decent. So I don't know what you are, but
Not bad for a hobby jogger.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I say I am.
top end of a hobby job, absolutely. But so you come over to uni, and that must have been what? How long ago was that?
2019, so no, 2016. Sorry, 10 years. Coming up
Yeah, I
10
was going to
years.
say 10 years. So let's go through some of the. What's your? Again, you're one of these ones that hasn't really got a distance or anything as well, right? You're comfortable in a lot of different distances.
Yeah. As I say, I think on the better end of average at a lot of distances.
Do you think that
So I
hinders
came-
you being better than average in a certain distance, or are you very similar to what Claridge said as well? I guess is you're just happy to race whatever because you've got a career, you've got a family, and you've got other stuff you want to do as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think I mean, we all have the dream of one day going to the Olympics and one day running for Northern Ireland, GB, whatever. But I think you kind of get to the point you have your goals, and then you kind of go, right, well, actually, the guys my age are at levels above, so I'm not going to live that dream. I've actually got a pretty nice setup in terms of I got a nice job, got married in May, so got a lovely wife,
Yeah, congratulations.
nice house, and then there's just a bit of reality sets in, and running. I love running. I love the mates it's given me. I love the conversation it gives me, but it is a hobby at the end of the day. So
yeah,
while I took it serious and going through school, I look back, if I'd taken it more seriously in school, I maybe could have had Irish bests. There was always a hope. Didn't get them. But
there's always stuff like that, isn't there?
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're taking rugby more serious, who knows? It's who cares?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like I said,
and I think that
planned out nice.
who cares is exactly it. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you're doing it for you.
Yeah. So you've immersed yourself into the running community in South Wales and stuff like that as well, obviously. I don't know how you ended up as a Roadent as well, because they just bloody hijack. They probably were tapping you up when you were in Northern Ireland.
To be fair, I think I I basically got to the point I was like, I'm running for a club in Northern Ireland, but I don't live there anymore, and I don't necessarily actually run for them in anything.
Yeah.
So it was the year Piers won the British Champs. He beat Neil Gurley in like the last 50 meters indoors.
Yeah.
And I just remember watching. We went to watch, and there's something hilarious about this guy standing on top of the British indoor track podium with a cheesy pun across his back. With like, as a pro athlete, with pro athletes either side of him. And I think I'm probably one of the only people who's messaged Paul Graham before he's messaged me about joining the Roadent. Yeah.
It's that leads us on, but reminds me of a conversation we had with Bishi in the week, funny enough, because I was on making fun of the size of the Rodents, and I said, he brought up, right, what was it, Nick? He said, should you wear your club vest in races if you're not sponsored? That was his gripe at the moment, didn't it? And I said, well, what about people that are wearing your club vest? Should people have to come to X amount of sessions in a week or a month to be able to wear the club vest? And he's like, well, no, we've got people out in XYZ that wear the Roadents and pay their membership. But why don't they just go and find a club out there then and have one less Roadent? Like you've done. You could still be wearing your old club vest racing.
Yeah, I think for me it was kind of, as you say, it's immersing yourself in it.
Yeah.
And I could easily just turn up to, the Run for Wales 10Ks, the track events, wear my old vest. Nobody is like jolly who I am. Whereas actually I could get myself involved and be part of a club, be part of a community that, okay, it's running, but actually you make friendships out of it. You get to know people.
But it's mad. Like we said a million times since starting this podcast, the amount of friends we've made, and everywhere we go, not everywhere we go, we're not signing autographs and stuff, but you've got to immerse yourself into the community as well, haven't you? And you've done that massively with Ponty and more so with Tonypandy Track Classic as well, that we'll get on to. But what is your distance?
I'd say at the minute, so I came in, I did 800s through school. My big goal was break 2 in the 800. And then I moved into 1500 and break 4, and I didn't do that. That was my goal from 2016 until last summer when I finally did it.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
I guess patience is key.
There's a lot of 400s in there.
Why did you stick with, like, there must have been so many times you wanted to give up on that goal, like.
Yeah, I think it was just one of those markers. I think I really like to simplify running down to, like, you talk to your average person. If you're able to say, for 5K, I run something under 20 minutes. If it starts with 1, you're the same as the world record at 12:40, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you run Ellie kind of ruined it with the marathon. If you run something in the 2s, you're the same as the pro marathon runners who are running in 2s.
Yeah, sub-3.
Like we tell Scott 3, he's at sub 4. He's a sub 4 athlete. He ran 3:01, sub 4 marathon runner, isn't he?
That's actually that's what I say to all the boys. That you go to track session, there's lads running faster for a mile than I'm running for 1500. Well, lads, we're all sub 4. At the end of the day, we're all sub 4.
True.
So now you've
but
got...
it's just perspective, isn't it?
No, I love it. I love that. That's it now. Like, low, like right in the back, deepest part of my mind. If I can run a 3:59.59 in London, it would make me so happy because I can tell Scott Gray that we are both sub 4 marathon runners.
Exactly. And nobody can say any different.
It's factually true.
Yeah.
It's like if Jake goes and take Jake for instance running 2:11 at London. If he goes and speaks to basically anyone and he says, "Oh, I ran 2:11," they go, "Oh, sub 3, nice." He goes, "Oh yeah, I was 4th Brit," and it's like, "Oh, actually, you were like right up there."
Yeah. No, yeah, but you were sub 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got that one in the bag. What's the next lofty goal?
Next, I'd like to do...
Do you want to move like to longer distances as well as you get older?
Yeah, I think I want to move it up and just... I think part of me, I ran sub 4 for 1500, and then I just thought the amount of effort it's taking me to do that, I don't know if I want to even bother running a 1500. Just leave it, sub 4 and done.
Complete today,
Yeah. Next is sub 15 for the 5K.
Yeah, that's another bit.
It's going to take you a long time to work up to marathon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'll be 60 years old and be like, right.
Marathon is an old man.
So what do you do to it? Yeah.
Exactly.
But how do you achieve, like, that was an 8-year, and you're just turning up and putting up the reps, right? Just, I don't have you down as anyone that's drinking Nomi or anything like that, any fancy dance, stuff that. It's nice and basic, putting your reps in every day, turning up, and it just, it gets done in the end, doesn't it?
Yeah, just consistency. I think with sub 4, with breaking 4 in 1500, it was a mental thing, and it was one of those that you get in your head. In track running, you sort of get in your head, right? Sub 4 is 64-second laps. It's 16 seconds per 100 meters. You just get that in your head.
Yeah.
If you drift a little bit off that, or you go a little bit faster, you then start going, oh no, have I screwed this up? I would say I was probably in shape to do it for a number of years. I just didn't do it.
Why?
So, so I think, I just consistency and getting out there and
yeah,
definitely.
And like we said,
we spoke about
a hobby, innit? Life gets in the way as well. Well,
we spoke about a Sunday when we was coming back in the car. Like Vinny was asking questions. It's like, how would you get quicker out? It's just keep turning up, keep putting in the reps, just keep building week on week, month on month, year on year.
And I think just enjoying it as well, and mix it up, find something else to enjoy it. I think Clarge and I actually talked a bit. I think he might have said it when he was on. The question kind of comes for him. He's not far off, that sort of pro standard, but there's a load of guys in the same place, and then it kind of comes down to what do you enjoy. So, road races, as I will probably come on to it with Tonypandy, but road races, there's such a good atmosphere. No matter what road race you turn up to, there's people that are lining the streets. There's big finish line. There's people cheering. No matter how fast or slow you've run, you get massive support.
Oh, absolutely.
Arguably, actually, when I ran Cardiff Half, I ran it. So it had been running like the March one year, and then I ran it in the October. I remember watching it in the March and being like, this atmosphere is unreal. Ran it in the October and ran like 70 minutes, 71:54. And I remember coming down Catay's Terrace. I could count on my hand the number of people I saw on Catay's Terrace. I was like, this is Catay's Terrace, the reason I did this race, and there's nobody here. That's what I love, is like loads of people get behind a road race and come and support it, no matter what you're running. Which is where with Tonypandy we kind of want to make it.
Yeah, like it's
an atmosphere.
Flipping them together, innit? Because sorry, my wife just come home, so the dogs are going crazy. But track running must be quite lonely.
Yeah. I mean, you train in a group, but when it comes to racing, a lot of tracks have the barriers quite far from the track as well. So if you're in lane 1, the barrier's like way out 20 plus meters away. So even if somebody is cheering for you, they're ages away.
Yeah, my God.
Whereas on the road, you can be like on top of them.
Yeah, exactly. I've never thought of it that way, really. And that leads us on nicely to Tonypandy Track Classic, and what you were trying to do, and we are trying to help as best we can as well, is to merge the two types of racing together. Because down there, you can have an inner circle and an outer circle around the track, building an atmosphere. It's just getting people down there and learning about track racing, the more they can be watching as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what Tonypandy came out of us doing loads of sessions at Tonypandy. If you ever run on it, it's such a beautiful track. You look around, the hills around you are stunning. There's no prettier place to run, I would say, or no prettier track to run in.
No, it is a nice setup.
And it's quick as well. For whatever reason, it's not got any of the fancy... as far as I know, it's not the Mondo track, which is a world-class track, but it just is quick, as long as it's not too windy.
Yeah, that's a great spot.
And I think, as you say, we wanted to try and... if you turn up for a train to do a session on it, it's unreal. But as you say, we wanted to try and get that atmosphere that you get in road running. Taking a bit from the likes of the Highgate, the night of 10Ks, and if you ever seen any of the like on-track nights in Europe.
Yeah. Everything is so much. It's never about... I can't believe it. it's just seeing something and bringing it to Wales, isn't it? It's not reinventing anything again. It's not changing the world. It's like bringing this over here and putting it in here as well, because you've got the space to have it.
Yeah.
Let's fucking make some noise and get it done here as well.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, I don't know if you ever see. I can't even tell you how many tracks there are, but there's so many tracks across South Wales. A lot of them are quite run down just because they've not been looked after. But Tonypandy got major refurb a few years ago.
Yeah.
And as you say, if you get people down, if you ever seen photos, this is sort of going back to Northern Ireland. I trained on Mary Peters Track, which is quite a fast one. But if you ever see photos from like the 80s of any races that went on there, there's massive banks around it, not unlike Tonypandy, and they're just full of people. So in one sense, it would be class if we can get something like that. But even just from a local point of view, if we can get people down, good atmosphere in the infield. A lot of athletics events you can't do it because you've got throwers on the infield and stuff. But if you get a good atmosphere in the infield, I think Jake and Dav would have said last year that pushed them on so much. Piers as well, especially because we had everyone sort of that last 200 was absolutely rammed of people.
It was we've said it over and over again last year watching Jake and Dav, and you said as well about Piers' efforts as well, but Jake and Dav were racing, proper racing, and you don't get to see that face to face anywhere. Like they were there.
Yeah, and the beauty of track racing is that you see it play out the whole race.
Yeah.
You go down to Port Call. Actually, was fairly decent in that you can see the start, you can see 5k in, and you can see the finish.
Yeah.
But most road races, you're catching people once or twice. Yeah. Somebody makes a big break, and you don't know about it until you go, oh, well, that's the guy I was watching. Is he ahead of him now, or is he behind him?
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah, like you said, because it's just going round, so you can follow the race around. You've just got to turn your body around, haven't you, really?
Yeah, literally.
Like I said, it's like especially like to take the family away from they didn't come up to Manchester with me last year because it's pointless, because you're going to see me once. I'm going to be blowing out of my ass anyway, and then you've got to walk 3 or 4 miles to go and find somewhere else to see how much I'm still blowing out of my ass. But this is an opportunity, and these are some of the fastest people in Britain as well.
Yeah, so last year with Piers, Jake, Dav, Clara actually was down to run last year until she got the call up for the Olympics.
She came down in full kit though, didn't she?
Yeah, came down in full kit
every time.
That's also what we want to kind of bring, is that everyone you can come down, you can see these people who are competing at the very top level in the world. They're local. I bumped into Jake in Tesco last week and nobody bats an eyelid. We go out for lunch. We went out for lunch a few weeks ago, or a few months ago. It's like me and Jake, and Hens is funny because he's going to hate me for saying this. We turned up and he was like, Gareth Anscombe's here.
And he's like, Lowry's brother plays for Wales as well anyway, isn't he?
I know.
You should be less impressed than that.
Yeah, I was like, mate, he's literally a teammate of James. What are you doing? And he was also stood right behind him when he said it as well, as class. But there's not many sports you can come and be so close to the top athletes in the world. What we want to build with it as well, I think I was quite keen from the start for the likes of a community 5k, even if that means that we build it year on year.
Yeah, definitely. Because they come and start, it's almost like the opening ceremony, the community 5k, and you get that done. And then I've spoke to people about doing it because we're in, there's a triathlon group in my stig that I think we're looking at it and stuff like that. And if you're over 20s, your goal is, like you've just said, to become for your time to start with a 1.
Yeah.
If you're in low 20s. So run the community this year, see what the graded races are about, and then you've got something to work at for 12 months to get out of that community race and into that graded race.
Yeah, and I think just like running is such a beautiful sport that doesn't really matter what pace you're running. Everyone is buzzing for you when you run a PB.
Yeah.
Everyone's buzzing that you just gotten out the door, and if you then go and run a PB, if that's that you've gone from 29:53 to 29:40, everyone's going to be happy for you. Nobody's going to sit and slag you off.
No.
They're going to be happy that you've turned out and done it. And at the end of the day, everyone's done the same length of, or same distance.
Yeah. And
I often think, actually, with a lot of those runs, it's so much easier for the boys at the front. Okay, you're running harder, but take, Manchester Marathon. The guys running 2 hours at the front are out for 2 hours. You're out there for what, 5?
6:11 actually.
6:11. That's a very different level of achievement, isn't it?
You need to tell that to the masseuse, because they packed up and gone by the time I needed a massage.
Yeah, you were the one.
But my goal, obviously, yeah. But again, it lights that flame as well, and there's nothing like I don't want to run 6:11 in London next year.
Yeah,
I want to take like hours off it as well, innit? But I've got to do what you've done for 8 years to get that 1500 done. I've got to turn up for the next 12 months and put the reps in, which is always my biggest problem.
Yeah.
But then I've got that monetary value hanging over my head now as well that I've got to do it to achieve as well. And then you move the goals again, and right, that's my marathon time. Let's move back to that 5K and 10 time as well then to see what we can do with that one.
Yeah, and quite often you find that those then start coming down as well.
Yeah.
Just because you built up, you really developed one side of your running, so you go back, try something else, and actually got more to work on from it.
No, definitely.
More to apply to it. But I think that's, with the community, we want people to be able to see, okay, actually, these guys can run really fast. And they're running around the same 12 and a half laps, half an hour. But actually, if I just turn up, how many events do you watch and you think, oh, like you watch the Olympics, you watch all sorts of Olympics, you watch breakdancing, and you go, maybe not breakdancing. But I watched the gymnastics with my wife, who used to be a really good underage gymnast. And she was like, watching the gymnastics, and I'm going, that is unreal. I'd love to give that a go. By the time you actually go to give it a go, like, nah, that's
the same with the swimming, wasn't it? When you're watching Marchand last year, and you're like, I'm gonna get my bloody goggles out now because wow. And then you think, I'm not gonna get my goggles out because I'm not wow. But what you're leading on to is, this is the most easily inspiring sport and the easiest one to just go, fuck it, I'll grab my shoes, because it's the most natural movement in the world anyway, innit? And all you've got to do, there's no pool outside my front door. There's no balance beam outside. I hope there's no balance beam outside the front door. But there's all you need is out there to go and run.
I just think, like, with running, it can get expensive when you look at your Alpha Flies and your Soar Vest and your bicarb and all that stuff. I don't bother with all that, but you can make it a really expensive sport. But actually, at the most basic, if you have a pair of shoes, you can get out the door and go for a run.
Yeah.
And actually, as a sport, it's on such a high and such a boom at the minute that I think we need to sort of work with that and try and show, we love running. This is why we love running. And if we keep going, this is what people can achieve. But also, we want you to be able to come, to a community 5K, to a park run, and see the potential, but also achieve something yourself as you go.
Yeah, because you've got the elite graded races per year, right? And the community is the community 5K. But you come in now with this community 5K at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It doesn't sound like the Tonypandy Track Classic wants to go anywhere. Like, it's going to be there, hopefully, in 10 years' time as well, and growing. You should be going through the tiers and doing the reps. But But you don't have to either. You can stay in that community 5K forever and just love the atmosphere. But you can
Yeah.
see yourself, I can get up to that, but I need to work hard for the next 10 years.
Yeah. And that, that inspiration, even from, we've got the Welsh junior 3K champs.
Yeah.
Same idea is, we would love a fairy tale story would be, as you say, your elite level athlete, somebody comes and runs in the community. You hear loads of stories these days about people who just throw on a pair of shoes.
Yeah, Jack Reddy's down Ponty is a great example.
Yeah, and it's literally throw on a pair of shoes, jump in, and commit to it. And you see how quickly, through that consistency we were talking about, just turning up,
definitely,
how quickly you can climb that. Or you can just go, oh, you know what, that was good fun down the track last year. It's on again this year. I haven't run since last year, but I'll get my shoes out and I'll go round it. Yeah.
People do Cardiff. People do a half marathon once a year.
Yeah.
But like when we were offered the opportunity to come back this year, we jumped in it, and you know us by now. If we didn't want to do it, we would have said no. We don't want to come back. It was brilliant last year. It was midweek last year. What can we expect from it this year?
Yeah, so the hope and the plan is bigger and better. It's a Saturday night, or a Saturday afternoon, evening, so hopefully it gives more people the opportunity to come, whether that's the kids coming to fill out those junior races and hanging about for the rest of it, whether it's you finished work and you want to come and watch or jump in the community, or whether it's some of our elite athletes. So I mentioned James Edgar is coming across from Belfast. There's a guy down, Timo Hintendorfer, I think it is. He's coming. He's a 13:56 guy. He's down to come. The 1K, you've got Ted Higgins, who's from Tunbridge. Jordan Chambers from Tunbridge as well. It gives these guys the opportunity to come up on a day when, as you say, we're a sport where actually a lot of people are in that sub-elite, running
definitely
ridiculously quickly. But you have to
get chewed up as well in another field, isn't he?
Yeah.
The example of Clarence is he works full time as a software engineer.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Yeah. You think he just sits around and drinks coffee, but he does actually. Well, he just sits around, drinks coffee, and taps his laptop. But he's also, the guy who's gone and paced the Diamond League has been on the front of the field on your TV screen for more than half the race, in the fastest race in the UK for years. Expertly paced, which he will be doing again at the Tonypandy Track Classic 1K. But expertly paced, and he works a 9-to-5 job. Yeah. And we get so many of our guests, and I'm surprised. I know sprinting's different in it, but I was so shocked when Hannah Brea said that she worked as well, because you expect the hard work, the dedication, like we just spoke about Kyle now. Kyle, one of the boys from Maestig, has just got his pro license in triathlon up in Outlaw, but he's a full-time surveyor, a father of two, and it's just good things can come if you're willing to put the reps in and find that time around that 9-to-5 or 8-to-4 or whatever it might be as well. Yeah. Well, again, Clara, as a Olympic marathoner, works a full-time job in transport planning. So it's quite a bizarre sport in that these people are just running past you on the taff. Because you laughed, didn't you, then when England are playing Luxembourg in the football or something, and they say, "Oh, Luxembourg's goalie works in a fish factory as well," and everyone does. But that's the reality of running. Yeah. I think it's New Zealand at the last World Cup, wasn't it? Yeah. New Zealand football, and it was they have three pro footballers. One's in the Premier League and one's in League 3 in France. And you think, that's barely a football team, is it? No, exactly. But as a sport, at the very top end, you earn big money, but you need this. Until you get there. Runners, they need these jobs because
we know the football is very well rewarded, right? But it's a short career. Running is a short career as well. And it's not giving you that luxury of not having to worry about work when you finish running. Not that you finish running, but finishing running at that level, because you're running forever.
Yeah, you're only going to run at that level for X number of years.
Yeah.
And while they're, for a lot of them, I say a lot of them, for some of them, there's a pretty decent wage. It's quite a nice wage as, a 20-year-old, 30-year-old. Actually, we've lost Nick.
Give me back, no, it's fine.
It's quite a decent wage as a 20 or 30-year-old, but it's not enough to give you security.
No. And that's just the reality of it, isn't it? But
yeah.
So Tonypandy Track Classic, we'll be down there. And it's not just, I don't want people to think, it's just watching people doing laps and stuff like that. There's food available, there's drink available, there's refreshments. It's a proper event, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've got the pizzas confirmed, just getting the last details for the coffee and that sort of thing as well. But it's a full event. We want to be able to grow it. We had the pizza, we had t-shirts and stuff last year. I think RDNTS are going to come again this year.
Yeah.
On actually are giving us a lot of support with it.
Yeah.
With a load of prizes, and also kit for pacers and that sort of thing. So we want there to be a really good atmosphere about it, and want people to be chatting. Last year you could, as we say, Clara was there in her Olympic kit.
Yeah.
We wanted to be an event that builds.
Yeah.
Last year was, I'm so grateful for everyone who came last year, because we could have put it on and it was 10 people turned up in a bit of a flop, but actually it was busy. The atmosphere was so good. I think as a team we had so many messages off the back of it to say that was class, give us more next year.
So hopefully now, with them moving to a Saturday, more people being available, hopefully, because they work here Monday to Friday, bigger numbers, bigger races. Like James Thee will be on the mic, I imagine. Me and Nikki will be wandering around as well, catching content around the place, maybe racing the community 5K as well, and hanging around for all the other races, because it's like I said, the inspiration you get from walking, sitting there meters away from people running past you at those speeds over those distance, you can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah. I think it's while it's not totally unique to running, or what we're trying to make isn't totally unique to running. I think it's quite unique in South Wales.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Quite rare across the UK, really. And it takes, as much as it takes us to, organise it and do the work, Ewan has done a heck of a lot of work for us in getting it all organised. And as much as it takes us to do that, if nobody turns up, it's all for nothing. But actually, I think everyone who turns up really, I was going to say gets their money's worth, but it's free to come and watch. You can watch some of the best athletes in the country and not pay a penny.
Exactly.
And jump on the track yourself.
Yeah, get on the track and race as well. And Nicky's back. What did he say, Nick? Sorry. Tom's just been slagging you off for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Just the usual.
No. We were just... Hopefully it'll be all right now. But yeah, we were just wrapping up about Tonypandy Track Classic and saying, Nick, how good it was. Can you hear me? Yeah. Don't talk, right? No, we were just like... We'll be fine now. So we were just wrapping up a Tonypandy Track Classic this year. You know the dates. We've put it out a million times. The community 5K, if you can get involved with that, all the money goes to a great charity. There'll be elite races. There'll be burgers. There'll be pizza. There'll be coffee. There'll be refreshments. There'll be plenty of car parking. And hopefully there'll be plenty of sunshine as well, right?
Yeah, well, plenty of sunshine last year, so why change it?
He's had a gutful. Before we go, obviously you know that we have our staple questions by now as well. So you need to add a song to the playlist, Tom.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to choose is Stormzy, Blinded by Your Grace.
Oh, I like that one.
I first heard it. I was on a bus from Bucks Cross Country.
Yeah.
And I heard Stormzy being played, and I listened to it, and I was like, am I really listening to this? Obviously, like, coming from, as a Christian, coming from church, I was like, boys, what is this? And why are we listening to it? Like, oh, it's Stormzy. Let's listen to it. I was like, oh yeah, but it's Stormzy is from a Christian background, is a Christian himself. Yeah.
I like Stormzy.
Yeah.
He's like a nice guy as well, like.
Yeah. I literally barely paid him any attention until I heard that song, and I've loved it ever since.
Yeah, okay, we'll have that one. And who's going to play Tom Baird in a movie about his life?
I reckon Jamie Dornan. Tall, dark, Northern Irish.
Answer. You missed the answer mode.
Well, I thought I'd let you play it.
Right, Tom, thank you so much for giving us some time. Hopefully I can piece this together now. But we'll definitely see you down at Tonypandy this year. I'm probably around somewhere else. Well, mind you, most of the racing is done now as well, isn't it? What's next for you apart from Tonypandy?
Yeah, there's not a lot. What's next for me? Racing on Friday here back in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, cool.
And then you're
taking your Ponty vest?
Ponty vest, of course. My best thing that happened to me, well, no, not the best thing that happened to me last year. I got married. That was the best thing. But my wife and her friends decided that they wanted to do the super halves.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, well, if you want to enter races, then
great,
by all means. So I'll be.
Did you run it before that, or?
She's been doing park runs and things like that. So she broke 25 for the first time the day we got engaged.
I hate people like
that. So we got Swansea 10K in September, leading to Valencia.
That hasn't sold out yet, does it? So I was looking at that because I've got a gap now to Richard Burton, and I probably need to do a little bit of racing in the middle of this kind of training now, don't I? So I think I might.
Yeah, I would line something up, line Swansea up around Cardiff.
Swansea.
Then because it just gives you something to aim for then.
Yeah.
So you kind of build up to that, run that well, and then gives you more of an idea for Richie B.
There we are.
Richie B, one of the best races on the calendar.
Right, we won't let Nicky rejoin. So I'll see you at Swansea 10K. I'll see you in Tonypandy Track Classic as well. But now he's gone, I have to wrap this episode myself, and I don't like doing it. But Tom Baird, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you on a start line somewhere soon.
Lovely job.
Thank you very much.